It's the perfect goth bass tone. It can't be beat in my opinion. Kind of has a mix of a Jaguar with a Rickenbacker. I love these tiny tuners now that don't take up a lot of room. It's great. Hey, I'm Brett, or Bat, from the Birthday Massacre. I play bass. We're out on the road right now on the Dark Winter Tour with Wednesday 13 and Lord of the Lost. So this is our Chicago date. We're about, I don't know, 9 or 10 shows in. So things are finally feeling good, feeling confident. Everything's running really well. And the tour's been great so far. The bands are amazing. And yeah, this is the second US tour we've done for our Pathways album, which came out earlier in 2025. All right, so this bass is a custom bass that was made for me by a good friend named Randy. He lives in Orillia, Ontario, Canada. His company's called Wrapped Instruments. So this is a design that actually a drummer in another band that I play with called The Primitive Evolution, he helped me design this. I think he was calling it the Beretta, was the original idea behind it. You know, something new, something fresh. Kind of has a mix of a Jaguar with a Rickenbacker, total mix up. And then for the pickups, these are custom pickups by MJS from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada as well. And Smitty set me up with a really interesting tone that's reminiscent of the like 70s SG basses and those old like Gibson Road basses. So I'm kind of keeping everything cranked. These are both just jacked. It gives this really cool like mid-range boost and punch. So I'm just running it straight up. I play in D standard tuning, just because I find it easier when we're doing some of the bouncy disco kind of stuff that I can move around like that for. D'Addario strings, it's the balanced tension, I think it's the EXL 160 BT, if I'm not mistaken, that might be right. But it's a 120 on top, so I can drop it down to C if I need to do drop C stuff, and it keeps the tension really nice. This bass is also a long scale bass, so it's a 35-inch scale on it, which makes it just tighter when you're playing that low drop stuff. It's a little longer. It took me a while to get used to it with my short arms, but yeah, this bass has been great. I love it. It sounds good. It feels good. It stays in tune. It's just a beautiful work of art. It's starting to get really worn in here. The pick bass stuff. But it's exactly the finish I wanted it, and to degrade like that, that was like the idea behind it. First part of the change, the tuner. Easy, nice and tiny. I love these tiny tuners now that don't take up a lot of room. It's great. Then this is the Whitey Tighty by JHS. Now it's just their compressor. Sort of emulates like a FET compressor, I think. So I'm just blending it in 50-50 just to give it a little bit more sustain on the held notes and juice up the signal a little bit before I hit my overdrives. And then I use the Super Octave OC3. There's a track where like the breakdown in Stars and Satellites, it goes down to like a low B. But rather than have another bass, I use the Super Octave to kick in for that part to drop and blend in an octave, so it's got a double octaver effect on it. And then this is one of my favorite pedal companies. It's called Abominable Electronics. He's got this OCD Oppressive Cult Destroyer, he calls it. It's perfect bass overdrive, in my opinion. I love this pedal so much on bass and guitar as well, actually. But it's got like a clean blend, so you can, you know, keep the integrity of the bass and then add a little bit of dirt. So that's like my mid-range dirty pedal. Then this one's called the Wicked Garden. It's also by Abominable. I use this one solely for its one knob chorus on this pedal, and to me it's like, it's the perfect goth bass tone. It can't be beat in my opinion. Very simple, just one knob, it's perfect. And then for like really fuzzed out, long sustained stuff, I'm using the Red Panda bitmap just to completely annihilate the signal. And again, it's got a mix on it, so you can bring in some of your real bass tone. But then the bit crusher cranked all the way up, it just creates this wicked fuzz that breaks up in this awesome way and just gates all the noise out. So I really love this too for like big fuzzy moments. The next step is the RBI by Sansamp. It's an older one. Love the Sansamp bass driver. Very similar to that pedal, but this is the rack unit, the old RBI unit. And that's just like the stuff that Sansamp did with their EQ curve. It just scoops it out in the perfect ways, and just, to me, it makes everything sound better from your distortions, everything. It just cleans up the mids, makes it real nice. And then I'm going into this Wounded Paw from Toronto as well. A local Toronto maker. He started making these bass amps like 5 or 6 years ago. Or yeah, I just love them. He's onto a new model now. Can't remember what the new ones are called, but Wounded Paw, it's on his website. And it's got like this great multi-band overdrive section. So you can sort of choose the frequency you want, choose if you want it distorted or not, and dial it in that way. So that's just my last sort of sculpting before it heads to the old GK Neo 412. This thing's a beast. It's been around for like 20 years now, and it's just a road hog. Yeah. Well, actually, my pick right now, I could tell, these are actually my wife Stephanie's bass picks. I didn't have time to get custom ones for Birthday Massacre, so I've been using her picks. They're by In-Tune guitar picks, and they're millimeter thick, so I like that. I've gotten used to like the dry kind of Tortex style feel, and the big size for a bass pick I find it makes it a little more comfortable, a little less fatiguing than like a smaller regular guitar pick. I think everyone who helped me create this rig, and you know, like from Randy at Wrapped and Smitty at MJS, the bass tone wouldn't be what it is without those guys. And all these pedal companies are great, and I love this like era of boutique pedals and people making really specific stuff. It's really exciting, especially like with the amp from Wounded Paw, and like you can get so specific. It's really exciting to me. Right now, Birthday Massacre, we're gonna finish up this tour and then we're back in the studio, so there'll be another record on the way. And check out our website, birthdaymassacre.com, and check out those dates if we're coming to your town.